Did you ever notice that there doesn't seem to be an off switch to your thinking mind? I mean, try to just stop thinking for the next half hour. You probably not get past the next couple of seconds, maybe 30 seconds if you're like really lucky. But most of the time, our thinking just goes on and on and on and on. And if we look at it, does it really need to go on and on? Like, how would it be, just imagine that for a second, if you would only switch on your thinking when it's really needed? Like in conversations, for instance, or when you really want to solve some type of problem which does require cognitive powers. But otherwise, you would just run around without thinking and just enjoy whatever is there and around you. How would that be? Not to constantly think ahead, not to constantly think of the future, think of the past, worry, anticipate, protect. How would that be? Because what happened in our lives is we all become used by our thinking instead of using our thinking. We're all becoming addicted, in a way, to our thinking minds. And it's very, very hard for us, it seems, to just let go of it, to just let it switch off. Even though, if we imagine this, it might be a much higher quality of life if we could switch it on and off and only use as needed. And by the way, this is not a demonization of thinking. On the contrary, this is a call to learn to transform your relationship to your mind so that you can really use this incredibly powerful tool of thought instead of being a slave of your thinking mind, which is what most of us are most of the time, just mechanical thinking going on, pulling us in one direction, another direction, generating feelings, the feelings distorting our perception of reality, and blah, 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 blah. Basically, we are slaves in a mental prison of mechanical thought and feeling. So what if we could learn to transform our relationship to thought and feeling and become free of thought and feeling and become free to work with thought and feeling as needed, as is constructive, instead of constantly being bullied around by it in some ways. So how would that really change your life? And this is, in a way, what spiritual psychological development is about. It's freeing yourself from your mind and feelings, freeing yourself to your mind and feelings and to life.